Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Nick at Stridewise.com, and today, after many requests, I'm doing a review of Venetian shoe cream, one of the most popular shoe conditioning and shining products on the market. So we are going to talk about the ingredients, and then I'm going to use the product on this pair of Chrome XL boots from Parkhurst to see what the effect might be. We're going to talk about the price and some other pros and cons. So let's get started. So Venetian shoe cream is kind of a mysterious product in many ways, although a huge number of boot companies recommend you use this product on their boots. Everyone from like Viberg to Thursday Boots to like pretty much everyone who uses Chrome XL. In fact, Halloween Leather Company, one of the most famous leather companies in the United States, they strongly urge people to use this product on their boots, on their Chrome XL boots anyway, and many of their other ones. But like the company itself is very low tech. Their website is like not very well designed, and they are very cagey about the actual ingredients in the product. So Stridewise Manufacturing Co. is the company behind this. They make a ton of other leather care products, including Venetian mink oil paste. There's this leather balm that's colored, so you can add some color to your shoes. They got this leather shampoo, a ton of other products. Of course, Venetian shoe cream is the #1 most popular brand. It is described as a blend of fine oils, cleaning agents, and imported waxes designed to clean, condition, preserve, and polish your smooth leather goods. What's in it? I just couldn't find out. I spoke to Philip Callias, the current CEO of Stridewise Manufacturing Co. I really pushed him for some answers. He wouldn't give me any. This is not actually that unpopular an approach. Like a lot of competing products, they just don't tell you what's in them just to make sure people don't steal the recipe and stuff like that. It's not that weird that they're cagey about it. I want to make that clear. They're not unusual as far as that goes. What I did find out from Philip is that this is a blend of 6 or 7 different waxes, and like each of them is meant to have their own purpose. Like one is for conditioning, one's for moisturizing, one's for shine, and so on. So that's the main thrust. There are a few other things I know that are not in it. It has no waterproofers. We know that it is a blend of many different types of waxes. There's also some oils in there. We also know this contains petroleum distillates. So while it is often called an all-natural product, the word natural is just completely debatable. No one really knows exactly what it means anyway, but it does contain some petroleum. Some people get worried about on their shoes. They worry it might like strip out some of the color or something. But generally speaking, broadly speaking, it's really seen as like a really high-class gold medal sort of product for putting on your shoes. Its biggest competitor is Sophia's Renovator or Renovateur. It's a French company. It's much more expensive than this though. This is a nice middle-of-the-line product, and again, it's highly recommended by everyone from like Viberg to Wolverine. So here I have a pair of boots from Parkhurst. It is a very new company. The reason why I'm using Parkhurst boots, #1, I've been wearing them a lot. They're pretty beat up. There's a good amount of scratches on there, so I'm keen to see how the Venetian shoe cream may or may not affect that. I'm also using this boot because it's made from Chrome XL, which is an enormously popular boot leather made by Halloween Leather Company, and it's on just a ton of different boots. Again, from like Viberg, also Wolverine, also Alden, everyone from even some cheap Thorogood boots. It's an enormously popular leather, so I think a lot of you guys out there, you're very likely to have a pair of Chrome XL boots, and you're probably curious to see what Venetian shoe cream will do to them. So let's find out. So today I'm just going to condition one of these boots so that you can get sort of a before and after. This is the other one, also pretty ugly. All right, so the first thing you want to do when you are conditioning your boots, of course, is get rid of the laces. They're going to get in the way. They're going to stop you from preserving the entirety of the boot. All right, next thing you want to do is give it a good rub down with a cloth. Because it's really important to make sure that there are no dirt and impurities and stuff on the leather itself when you are conditioning it, because if there are, you're like likely to sort of keep that dirt in the leather itself, might push it further into the leather, can sort of shorten the lifespan potentially. You know, a lot of these are big ifs, but you still want to just like double check, especially when you pay a lot of money for your boots. Now, just to double check, I am going to also give it a brush down with a horsehair brush. This also helps to move the oils around the leather a little bit. So this can also help with some scratches in some circumstances when all that needs to be done is just the oils in the leather to move around a bit. All right. So now all you need to do, it is relatively simple. You just need to take some shoe cream and then pour. Actually, first you have to shake it up because this is pretty viscous and sometimes you can get clumps in there. All right. Now, it is hotly debated as to how much Venetian shoe cream you should use. Basically, you will never ever have a video of someone conditioning their shoes with Venetian shoe cream without having people in the comments telling them that they are using too much. I don't care, I'm gonna use as much as I want. I'm using about this much, I'm just gonna rub it around, and basically you just have to work it into all of the creases and everything. It's okay, I think, for it to be relatively thick, because once you're finished wiping the cream into there, you also want to give it a good wipe down to get rid of excess cream, so that at the end of the day, there's just like sort of a thin layer around the boot. So let's get started. So as you can see, this leather really is looking a lot better. It hasn't really darkened a lot either or gotten very shiny. Venetian shoe cream is often called a high shine product, especially when compared to something like Lexol and other competing products. But this, I think because it's natural Chrome XL and because the leather was already very thirsty, it hasn't really produced a really big shine. What it has done is really help with those scratches. I'm not gonna act like it looks like a brand new boot. I mean, aged leather is aged leather, and I really have been kicking these around quite a lot. But overall, very impressed with the way this turned out. Okay, so is it a well-priced product? Yeah, I think so. I mean, normally you get products like this in like little jars about this size, between 2 and, I don't know, 5 ounces or so. When you're getting them that size, the cheapest you're gonna get is stuff like Lexol and Bic. They're about $1 an ounce. Venetian shoe cream is about $3 an ounce when you're looking at that. And there are a lot of sort of pricier, fancier products like Auto Wax or Cobbler's Choice or something like that. Those are between $4 and $7 an ounce. And then when you get Sophia's Renovator, their biggest competitor, that's over $9 an ounce. So $3 an ounce of Venetian shoe cream, I think it's pretty good value for what you're getting. All right, so what are the pros and cons of Venetian shoe cream? Okay, good news about this product, I think it is pretty well priced. It does not contain any silicone or waterproofing agents. It does not contain any animal products either, like there's no mink oil in this. And another good thing about that is that it doesn't really darken the leather that much. It's not like, I don't know, neat's foot oil, which is a really good reputation for not changing the color of leather. There are plenty of people out there that find it darkens it just a tiny, tiny bit. That really depends on the leather. It's been fine on this. I've also used it on some of my other brown Chrome XL boots. I find the color really is fine. It gets dark for, I don't know, a few days, maybe a week, but overall it doesn't really dramatically change the color, which I think is pretty good news, although some people, and this is a con, find that a downside. Like there's no pigment in it, so this particular product doesn't double as a shoe polish, which can like bother some people. It also contains petroleum distillates. I don't have anything against that, but some people want just really all natural products, like just made from waxes and oil. They don't want any ingredients like that in there. That's worth pointing out. If that's you, that's fair enough. It also has quite a bit of a petroleum smell, which is, if you're not in a well-ventilated area, it can be annoying. It's not like turpentine or something like that, but you can smell the petroleum. So that is definitely worth pointing out, especially if you are going to condition your shoes and then put them in the box. You know, if you leave that inside or if you leave it like in your suitcase, it can get like a very petrol-y smell. So that's definitely a potential downside of this product. A bigger downside, you just don't know what's in it. So I would really like there to be a bit more transparency here, but you know, I'll take what I can get. All right, those are my thoughts on the very famous Venetian shoe cream. I do want to make it clear before I go that the process I just did here was a very basic shoe care process. There are many more advanced ways to take care of your leather and take care of your Chrome XL. I actually put an article in the description below called How to Waterproof Nice Boots. That's one example of like a very laborious, involved way of taking care of your boots. There are a lot of people, they'll put in saddle soap, wait for it to dry, then they'll put down a paste, then they'll put down a cream, then they'll put down polish. Like this was very basic what I just did, but for most people, it's gonna be enough to take care of your boots and like have them looking pretty good for a long time, especially if you're trying to remedy scratches and stuff like that on your Chrome XL. That's Venetian shoe cream. The full article is in the description below as well, and make sure you subscribe because I got a ton more boot comparisons and reviews and tips coming up.